Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, July 8th, 2023, and I have a craving to feel the tug of some river smallmouths on the end of my line. So I came up here to the Raritan River and I'm going to see if I can sate myself today. We got low water and it's warm. This water temperature is like in the 80s, which could make for a lethargic bite, and that's why I'm going to start by throwing around the little tube jig. I do feel kind of bad that this is what I've been primarily using and not showing you guys anything different for the past few videos, but you know what? If this is what the fish want, then I'm going to give it to them. Oh, here comes some rain. We have had some isolated storms coming through the area. There still might be more on the way, but I was hoping that they'd miss us. That's okay. As long as the rain doesn't get too heavy, or if it starts thundering, then everything's fine. Well, I worked all the way through those pools up there, and I was getting hits, but they all seemed like sunfish, and they were all pretty small. But now I'm down here to this part where it flattens out and gets deeper, so I'm hoping that if the smallmouths aren't in the shallow fast water, they're in the slower deep water. Oh, fish on. That's a smallmouth. All right. And he's doing smallmouth things. Oh, all right, finally. It took a while, but finally got smallmouth number one on the day. All right, just grab him. He doesn't want me to grab his lip, so I'll grab the rest of him. There he goes. Good. I knew if they were around, they would hit this tube jig. I've never known them to not hit it. Fish on. I think this might be a big fish. He's not bad. It's not as big as he's fighting, but I'll take him. All right, get that fish up here. Okay, not bad, nice 11, 12 incher. All right, so I made two changes to get that fish. One thing I did was I lengthened my leader. I've never known these fish or these smallmouths in here to be particularly line shy, but because we have low clear water, that might have been a factor. And second thing I did is I switched over to a fluke. I have a buddy who fishes almost exclusively for river smallmouths with flukes, and he does pretty well. And I can see why he does that, because that was a pretty solid fish. And it's certainly faster action than I was getting with that little tube jig. I mean, that was maybe my 5th or 6th cast with this thing, and he was all over it. Well, the wind is picking up and we have some ominous clouds moving in, so I might have to bail on a moment's notice. That first little bit of thunder I hear, I'm going to be on high alert. There we go. That one's a little better. I think I had my drag set a little bit loose on that hook set, but got the job done. Wow, he's pulling. He's not even that big. He's like maybe a 2-pounder. Come on, buddy boy, up here. Up here with you. Yeah, all right. That is a very nice smallmouth. Not a real lunker, but look at how fat that fish is. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. They keep getting a little bit bigger. Hopefully I'll work my way up to that 5-pound beast, because I know they're in this river. All right, guys, I worked through this stretch again and did not get any more hookups. So I think I'm gonna leave this spot behind, but learned a little bit here. These fish seem like they're keyed in on bait fish and they're feeding up as opposed to down on the bottom, which is where that 2-jig was going. And if that's the case, it makes sense why I didn't start really catching anything until I switched over to the fluke. So I'm going to take that knowledge with me to the next spot, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, everybody, here we are at the next spot. It's about an hour since I left the last spot because I had to wait for a thunderstorm to pass through. But that's gone, and now it is time to get back to fishing. And since I figured that the fish were feeding up, I thought I would start with the popper. And I am seeing some surface activity up that way, so that bodes well for that pattern. Of course, if it doesn't work, I'll just switch back to the fluke. There we go. That's a nice hit. I don't think he's that big. He's coming right in. Oh! I had my rod tipped down because I didn't want him to jump, and he did it anyway. And that's when he got off. He was not big. He was maybe 8 or 9 inches. But that was my second cast with the popper. There we go. That's a little bit better. Please don't jump. I mean, I love to see it, but it stops my heart. Especially with these bigger fish. I don't want them to jump off the hook. He's not even that big. I mean, he's nice, but he's not huge. Easy, come on up here. Yeah, all right. All right, not bad. Nice 12-incher. Put up a good fight too. There he goes. Oh boy, he's pissed. He couldn't wait to get out of here. Oh, that looked like a decent fish. Let's see if he'll come back for it. I don't think he felt the hooks. He just knocked it out of the water. But I think it's a safe bet that the fish are on the pop bar tonight, because that was my 6th cast and that was my 3rd hit. So that's a pretty good average. Oh wow, I didn't even see the bite. He just barely sucked it under. Oh, no wonder. Look at this. Big old badass bluegill thinks he can run with the smallmouths. All right, enough of that. I think the thing I like the most about fishing topwater, especially for smallmouths, is the anticipation. I mean, look at me working this thing through calm, nearly glass smooth water, just plopping it along, knowing that any second something could just explode on it, but you don't know when. There we go. That's a decent one. Another 10 to 12 incher anyway. Oh yeah. He's not happy right now. Oh. He's doing backflips trying to get this thing out of him. Oh, he's barely hooked. I might lose this dude before I can get him to the net. Got one hook in him under the chin. Don't run! Come on, buddy boy. Yes! All right, got him. That was a little hairy. I just had the one hook in his gill plate. All right, there we go. Another nice 12-incher. Back he goes. All right, guys, so I worked down to the end of this pool, and once it started to tail out, I stopped getting bit. So these fish are definitely in the deeper water. So I came back up here to the deeper part of the pool, and I'm gonna fish through it again, and I'm gonna throw around the fluke. And we'll see if there's any fish that I missed on the popper that wanna go after the fluke. I got a feeling there's a lot of fish in here, so I wanna work this place pretty thoroughly. That's a carp. A lot of carp in this stretch. A lot of carp in this whole river. There we go. A lot of smallmouths too. All right. He's not real big, but man, did he crash it. Okay, easy, buddy. All right. Wow, that's a chunky one. Fish on. Oh, he's off. Nuts. I did not get a good hook set on him, so I was trying to bring him in quick. I don't know if that ripped the hook out, but man, that sucks. He didn't feel too big, but I still hate losing fish. They could be 2 inches or 2 pounds. It's all the same to me if I lose them. Oh! Is that the same fish? Probably not. This feels like it could be a good one too. I hope this one stays on. It's weird. He's fighting strange. What is going on? What is happening? Holy crap! It's a turtle. Oh my gosh. It's a turtle, and I got him on this thing. Yeah, don't put your head in. I gotta get that thing out of your... I hooked him in the chin. How did that happen? Buddy boy, you got so unlucky. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flatten the barbs because this thing is in his neck. I'm gonna try to help you out here, buddy. I don't know how this happened, and I'm sorry it did, but oh God, the further you go back in there, the harder it is to get to the hook. So come on, buddy boy, help me out here. Help me out. Wow, this is weird. Okay, all right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. This guy is not cooperating, so I'm just gonna cut the hook if I can. Okay, the hook is cut, and what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna see if I can grab the point and pull it out the other way, because I couldn't flatten the barbs. Yeah, I know, he's pissed. He's real pissed. He just bit the pliers. I'm trying to help you, buddy boy. You are not making it easy on me. Look at him, here's a little hiss. I just don't want that point to like catch on the inside of the shell, or the skin on the inside of his shell, and he gets stuck and he can't poke his head out. I almost got it. I almost got it. I almost got it. Come on, work with me here, buddy boy. Work with me. All right, got it. There was the hook. And there's the turtle. He seems okay. He's obviously freaking out, but looks like he should be okay. Sorry, buddy. I have no idea how that happened, but you're good to go now. And off he swims. Well, everybody, that is going to do it for the evening. I thought we were going to have really tough conditions today with the low, clear, warm water, and I got a little bit nervous when my usual technique of bouncing bottom wasn't working. But I changed it up, tied on the fluke, found a couple of willing biters, tied on the pop bar, found a couple more willing biters, and overall had a pretty decent day on the river. Kind of a bizarre way to end it, but it just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen when you toss your line in the water. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.